just don't take religious people serious because they will dead ass sit up in your face and be like, no, when Goliath.
Alhamdulillah. I want to preface by saying, right, that every single major civilization was founded upon religion. Every single major civilization, its foundation was religion. If you do your research and you look into history, you will find that majority, if not every single civilization, at its center was a place of worship. There was always a place of worship at the center of the civilization, of the city, of the town, and then the surroundings will then be populated by citizens, all right, residents of the town and city. Alhamdulillah. But anyways, just because you disbelieve in a thing, it doesn't mean that that thing that you disbelieve in is automatically untrue. So I am Muslim. Just because I disbelieve in Christianity, or I should say this way, my disbelieving in Christianity alone by itself, just me disbelieving in it, does not mean that Christianity is untrue. My disbelieving in Hinduism, simply disbelieving by itself, does not mean that Hinduism is untrue. I would have to go and investigate Hinduism and Christianity's book to see if there's any contradictions, right? To see if there's any contradictions. Then when I find contradictions, then I can say, okay, this is worthy of being unbelievable, right? It's not true, right? This is not worthy of being truthful, so on and so forth. And let's go with the opinion or the belief that it is fairy tales. Let's go with the belief that it is fairy tales. I can assure you, I can guarantee you, and if you listen to those conversations attentively, you will find that no one is discussing it just to discuss it. They're discussing it to get the themes and morals and lessons from those stories. Just like if we were to discuss 1984 by George Orwell, or Animal Farm by George Orwell, or Aesop's fables. Oh, the tortoise and the hare. They were racing and the hare went to sleep. Arrogance. You think I believe that it really took place? I mean, someone like me, I wouldn't say it didn't take place. Why not? Alhamdulillah. Unless you can disprove it. Can you disprove it? Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. You don't know. Maybe it did take place. Maybe Aesop's, he heard it. He saw everything. He was able to talk to animals. You never know. Maybe he had a machine in which he was able to talk to understand animals. You never know. You never know. I'm just messing with you. Alhamdulillah. But the tortoise and the hare, if we were to discuss that, it's the lessons that we learn from it. So when it comes to Jesus and Muhammad and Moses and Mary and Asiya and Pharaoh and the rest, alhamdulillah, and the books and those stories, it is the lessons that we derived from those books and how it make us better, how it make us as human beings better individuals, and how we can use those stories to make us better and to make our families better, to make our relationships better, to make our country, our nation and country better. Moses standing up to Pharaoh, right? Moses standing up to Pharaoh, a citizen of a nation standing up against a tyrannical ruler. What's wrong with that? Jesus flipping over the tables in the temple, right? Members of a religious community holding the people in charge of the religious community accountable for exploiting the religious community. Is that a problem? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam standing up against the Arabs burying the dead. I mean, burying dead. Not burying the dead. Burying daughters alive. Excuse me. And not wanting daughters. What does this show us? The unfairness, the injustice of desiring one gender over the other, the belittling and belittlement of women, to the point where we bury daughters alive, and how unjust that is. That's a problem. You hear these conversations and you don't think about the lessons that we derive from these stories, but you just think, oh, that's a problem. I don't think those people are the issue. Perhaps it's your understanding of what's being discussed. That is the issue. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. May Allah guide us and give us good understanding. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. You know, you have these communities on TikTok discussing anime. Oh, I'm not trying to wake him up. He fell asleep. Me Lord. Discussing anime. Discussing Itachi Uchiha, my favorite character in Naruto, and how he had to decide between siding with his ethnicity, his clan, and rebelling against the village, or siding with the village in order to protect the village from disunity. Either rebelling against the village with his clan, or siding with the village to commit a genocide against his own family, his own ethnicity, his own clan. And he chose the latter. He chose to genocide his own family. Was that a good decision? Was that moral? It's anime, my sister. My friends, it's anime. But I still think about it to this day. Of course he was wrong. He was wrong. Alhamdulillah. Islamically speaking, he was wrong. So, yeah, I just want to get that out the way. So those of you that are thinking about it, who've probably been thinking about it for years. For years. I was thinking about this for years. It's wrong. But that's anime. Would you say that's wrong? Would you say those people are crazy? Because they're discussing a make-believe story? You wouldn't say that. Because what are the themes and lessons and morals that they're deriving from this story? That's why it's being discussed. Not to just talk to talk. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. May Allah guide us and protect us. Allahumma ameen. And give us good understanding of life. And may Allah guide us upon the truth. I invite you to Islam, my sister. Look into it. Read the Quran. There's a lot of lessons. Even if you're not Muslim, there's a lot of benefits, a lot of wisdom that is in the Quran. But inshallah, I pray that Allah guide you to Islam. Peace.